You clicked on this video because you're not happy with your current life. You scroll social media and you see people living a life that you could only dream of, and you're stuck with the feeling that you're not doing enough to change your own life. And I think that's a feeling that we all experience. We like to think that there's a version of ourselves that could be thriving right now, but maybe you're just not sure how to get there, or maybe you've just almost given up all hope. The truth is, most people don't end up living up to their true potential, not because they physically can't, but because they just don't know how to. They just don't know how to break the cycle. So I'm going to break down for you how to actually break that cycle in your own life. The first thing that you have to accept is that the universe is abundant and it has infinite resources, and that everything that you want, everything that you desire is already out there. Everything that you want is already available to you because the universe gives you unlimited chances. The universe blesses us with unlimited opportunities, but these opportunities come at a cost. You have to be willing to make a trade. Nothing could come from nothing. So in order to gain something, you have to give up or sacrifice something in equal exchange with the universe. The problem is we don't take responsibility and we make excuses and we convince ourselves that the universe hasn't given us opportunities. There's a few reasons that we don't recognize these opportunities. It could be that you're just unaware and you're just purely ignorant in the fact that there's opportunities out there in front of you. The other reason could be that you're just so clouded by fear and by doubt. So when you see the opportunity, you doubt yourself and you don't take the chance. You don't take the opportunity. You don't make that trade. So you're unwilling to make that trade and you let the opportunity pass by you. And then now you're just left with the what if, and you just fantasize about what could have been, or you fantasize about your dreams and desires, and then you continue the cycle of convincing yourself that life is unfair. So this might be a little bit confusing, so I'll give you an example. So I think most men out there would agree that their life would be better if they had a girlfriend. But most men are unwilling to make the trade that it takes in order to get what they want. And the universe gives them opportunities on a regular basis that they don't see or that they don't take advantage of. Think about it like this. Pretend I was the universe and I went to you and you asked me for the girl of your dreams. And I said, okay, let's make a trade. In my trade offer, I will give you the girl that you want, but in return, you have to give me what I want. And let's say that I told you that you have to go up to 50 different women. You have to talk to 50 different women. Well, that's a big ask. Because what does that entail? It entails that you have to face your fear of rejection. You have to put your ego on the line, and you have to go through struggle. You have to go through heartbreak, self-esteem issues, anything and everything that could involve going up to 50 different women. About 99% of men would think that's too much to ask for. But if you really thought about it, if you did go up to 50 different women, you would probably get a girlfriend. But most guys are unwilling to make that trade. They're unwilling to go through all the hardship necessary in order to get what they want. So they take the easy route and they don't do it. And then they go complain that they don't have the life that they want. When we have these opportunities given to us, we make excuses and we convince ourselves of things that aren't true. We tell ourselves that we're not ready for that just yet. Once I hit 10% body fat, then I'll be ready. Then the girls will want me. Once I hit $10,000 a month, then I could start dating. Then these women will be attracted to me. I need to get a haircut. Once I get a haircut, then I could start approaching women. I don't know how to talk to women. Let me watch another 15 videos on how to talk to women. And then once I learn how to talk to women, that's when I'll be fully ready. The truth is, you will never feel like you're fully ready. You'll never feel like you've prepared enough. And the timing will never align perfectly like you think. It doesn't happen. I think you could relate to this when I say that I find myself preparing to live life rather than actually living life. Almost like we are in a video game. When you start in a video game, you're brought to the tutorial, you're brought to the practice range. And sometimes we convince ourselves that we're still in this tutorial, that we're still not good enough yet, that we haven't learned enough to actually start playing the game of life. We make excuses and we procrastinate our goals and we procrastinate our desires because we feel like we're not good enough yet. We feel like we're not ready. So how do we solve this dilemma? It's gonna sound obvious, but you have to take massive action. Everything that you've ever wanted and everything that you ever will want in the future is on the other side of massive action. So if we know the solution is to take massive action, how do we actually push past our fears, push past our worries and doubts and overthinking, and actually take action? You have to reframe how you actually perceive failure. See, failure is just a state of mind. It's something that is not real and that we make up in our own heads. You have to let go of the result, let go of any expectation. The key here is to lower your expectations and lower the bar of success. You have to give yourself permission to fail because failure is going to move you forward. Failure is going to give you more insight and give you more motivation. When you lower the standard of success to merely just taking action, any result is seen as progress. Any result is seen as a win. As long as you take action, you win, regardless of what the result actually is. You have to separate yourself from the outcome and only control what actions are you taking. What is in your control? What are your inputs on a daily and a weekly basis in order to improve? When you study the lives of people that achieve outstanding success in any calling, what you observe is that their level of success is directly correlated with how much failure they had to go through. The bigger the trade, the bigger the sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward. You have to be willing to take that leap of faith. You have to take responsibility for your own life, and you have to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, are you willing to make that trade? What are you willing to sacrifice in order to achieve your goals and achieve your desires?